Today I wanted to show you how to make one of these little mini albums, and we're going to make this using just one sheet of either cardstock or a patterned paper. And if you use a double-sided patterned paper, then I'll show you what you get here. Now I have made this one in December, so it's got a Christmas look, but you can use any color of paper you want, any pattern. So this is what a double-sided pattern would look like. Your cover would be something on the outside would be different than your inside pages, and then you can see these little pockets. You can peek in there and you've got that other pattern, and if you do something like this to where you've made a little fold down to make a pocket, then your other side is going to show through there as well. So it's really kind of a nifty deal to use a two-sided patterned paper for this. So I'm going to get started and show you exactly how to make one of these. It's not very hard. You are going to have to do some measurement, and I've got this all printed out here, or I've marked this so that you can tell where you need to score. On this 12 by 12, to get this little page that is like about 3 inches by 4 inches, something about like that, you want to make columns. You want to score down at the 3-inch, the 6-inch, and the 9-inch mark. You want to make your columns, and then you're going to turn your paper 90 degrees, and then you're going to score at 4 inches and 8 inches down the page. Now what this is going to do is your columns this way are going to be the width of your pages, and then this direction, or what I'm going to call rows, this is going to give you, the height of your page. So with that in mind, what we're going to do is I'm going to go ahead and use the bone folder, and I'm going to score these, or they're already scored. I'm going to fold them real quickly. And if you have a nice crisp fold, then it just makes folding the little booklet that much easier, and it's going to be a little bit more neat. Okay, now then what we're going to do, these solid lines represent where we need to cut. So, okay, so here's your columns, and you're going to rotate that 90 degrees. You're going to put that in your cutter, and you're going to put it at 4 inches. Make sure that you've got it straight and lined up on your line there so that it's all straight, so your cut is straight. And then you're going to cut from 0 down to 9 inches. And you'll see where the 9 inches is going to be at that last score mark for that last column down there. Then you need to flip it around. Whoops, what did I do here? Oh, that didn't cut all the way through. Let me grab some little scissors and just snip that. Then what you want to do is you want to flip it around, and then that way you'll be able to use the 4-inch mark again. You don't have to extend your measuring out. It's a little bit easier to get your precise 4 inches like this. And then go ahead again, and again you're going to cut from 0 down to your last score mark on the column. So what you see is this way, this is what it's going to look like. You've got part of it, done like this. Okay, now then, one of the things to remember is whichever way, if you're using a printed piece of paper, whichever print you have facing up, that's the print that's going to be on the inside pages of your booklet. Okay, now then what you want to do is take one corner and you want to fold it up and towards you. So up and over. Then just do your accordion folds like this, and whenever you get to where you're going to fold on a row onto itself, you want to turn under, and then go ahead and continue doing your accordion folds. And then again, we're going to the next row, so we want to fold under. And then go ahead and complete your folds. And then you've got your little book. So now you can see it's kind of wild and crazy here, but you can see that we had that the printing up on the top, and so that's kind of upside down, but you can see we had our words facing us, and so this would be on the inside of the little book. So now then, I'm going to show you how we would get some of the little pockets. Oh, in fact, we'll just go ahead and use this same piece of paper. It looks like it kind of shows up well. So you want to use some adhesive to make your pockets. If you think that you're going to be using some little tags, or your little pocket might get a lot of action, you might want to use something that's a little bit stronger adhesive, something like the sticky strip. I can't remember. There's another one, score tape or something, but use something that might be a little bit more sturdy. So now what we're going to do is we want to see where we want to make these little pockets. So as you can see, this opens up here, and this would make a good little pocket here. So we're going to make this so it's a top pocket. So we're just going to fold that open and then run the adhesive down both sides and across the bottom. And we're just going to fold that over and stick that down there. So now you see we've got a little pocket here. So you just want to keep looking. Now the next one is open on the side, and so this would make a good little side pocket. So what we're going to do here is we're going to run it on the bottom, and then this other side that would be towards the back. So just stick that down there. So now you've got your side pocket. Here's another one. The next one is going to be a top pocket. So we're going to run it across the bottom and then a side. And then just fold that over so it adheres to itself. And now this one, let's see here. This would be another side pocket. Oops, I forgot to put it on the top. Be kind of hard. Put it on the top. And you've got a little side pocket. And here's one more that would be a top pocket. So we just want to leave the top edge open on that one. So now you can see we've got all that. Our little booklet has got a lot more structure to it. And when you make your little pockets, it's automatically going to, kind of adhere some of the back and give you a nice little spine like this. You can see I've actually made some of these little booklets to where I just left them like this. And what I did was I made a cover out of a separate little piece of paper and made a little, left room for a little spine on the back. And so that's kind of what left that in place. And then just glued or used adhesive on the front cover and the back. But then another thing that you can do is, and I didn't even see this in there, I missed this one, but if you have something that would be a top pocket, you can just fold down a side like this. So here would be your top pocket, and so instead of gluing down, or no, this would be a side pocket. And so what you would do is you would fold it down on a diagonal, and then I just folded that up, and you could use a little brad or whatever you wanted to on here. Then, for this size of a booklet, you want to use your ribbon. If you cut ribbon or something that's going to go around the whole little book and have enough room to tie, then that's going to be about 22 inches. 22 inches will give you enough to go ahead and tie around the book. So let's go back to this one that I had previously done. This was a little felt wreath that I had put on there and put some little beads on to decorate it. It was something from Stampin' Up. This paper was also a piece of Stampin' Up. This is a little die cut window. You could put a little matting in here and use to, do some journaling or a little quote. But otherwise, you're all set to go. Here was a sticker that I cut out, and I actually mounted on a piece of cardstock, and then I just punched a hole and put a ribbon in it. You don't even have these. This was just a little a rectangle that I cut and rounded the corners and inked the edges and made a little tag. So you've got all kinds of little cute things that you could use for journaling. This was a die cut. Just used a little bit of twine, up here. And you can open that up and put a little message in there or a little bit of journaling. But you're all set to go. You've got all these little pages that you can do something with to decorate. Put little pictures in here, right? You could even make kind of a little mini art journal if you wanted to. This one, I just put a couple of little stickers that were from something and inked the edges. So there's all kinds of stuff you could do. It's a great way to use up some scraps or, just make a quick little gift for someone. Right? You could go ahead and, print out some verses on your computer and cut them out. And, if you don't want to do handwritten, messages in there, whatever you want. This has got like a million ways that you could use a little book like this. So next time I am going to show you how to use any size of paper and, use some different dimensions and how to size your little pages according to, how many pages that you want or the size of your paper. So that's it for today. You can always join us over on Facebook at Artful Adventures. We have a group there which you can join. It's an open group to share things that you're working on. We want to use our scraps and just use our supplies. We've got tons of stuff sitting around, and we're going to share a lot of different ideas on what to do with things. So pop on over. You might find something new that you like to use, or a way that you could use something you have on hand that you haven't been utilizing. Thanks for stopping by.